Hi, this is Greg with Best Choice Trailers. Today we're going to take a walk around the Load Trail TH Tilt and Go Series Gravity Tilt Trailer. This particular unit's got a few options on it. We'll take a walk around the trailer and show you those features. A lot of standard features as well on this unit. It's a 102 by 22, which would be a 16 plus 6, 14,000 pound trailer. There's a couple new standard features as well on this model. So again, as we go around, I'll show you some of those features. Start out up front, as with most tilt trailers, this unit's got a little bit longer tongue. So if you've never had a tilt trailer before, on a tilt you don't have the luxury of having slide out ramps to get your angle. So you generally are going to slide your axles, give or take about a foot farther forward to get that load angle. Generally you're also going to use drop axles, or in this case you're going to use the torsion equivalent of a spring drop axle. So again, going out front, the reason for the length and tongue would be 2 or 3-fold. One would be it gets your tongue weight back to a normal percentage, but then also going tongue wide or integrated as this is a unibody I-beam frame, puts your tongue all the way to the outside, gives you maximum stability. So again, it's the Load Trail Tilt and Go series. They've made this in a few different models in the past. This is the latest one. This is the new 8-inch I-beam model. 2 5/16 cast adjustable coupler standard. Again, it is cast, not the lighter duty stamp coupler. Notice it is a 6-hole coupler. It gives you a couple different height adjustments. Also notice the heavy duty front faceplate mount. It's got a large chain tray up in the A-frame. Lots of room for chains and binders and straps. 12K jack. Notice on the jack's got a spare tire mount. Integrated sealed beam LED lights. You also notice the integrated corner gusset. Notice this is plated top, bottom, and also in the center. Let's zoom in on the 232 warranty would be a program Load Trail does. Covers the trailer 2 years, structure 3 years, and then does a 2-year roadside assist. And as the powder coated tough sticker would imply, it is a powder coated trailer. Uses Sherwin-Williams powder coat. And one feature on this is a 102 deck. So normally your deck would be inside your fender. Now this one, it's extended out. So basically what they're going to do here, traditional nestled frame where the bed frame would sit inside the main frame, and then they're using a fab part to come out with the 102. And then they're going to tie the stake pocket, rub rail, and chain spools into it. Lots of tie downs. Again, there are some options here with the D-rings, stake pocket, chain spool, and rub rail. Lots of tie downs on this unit. Now this is a gravity tilt, but this also has a second cylinder, which would allow for a controlled stop valve. So on this you can leave it open or closed. Open would imply that the hydraulics can freely flow. Closed would mean it's closed off and it would be in a locked position. So right now I've actually got this in a locked up position. Now if it's locked, that just means it won't come down until you tell it to come down. If it's in the open position, it's going to work literally as a seesaw. So if it were open and you hit the halfway point, it's going to start to come down. 6-foot stationary makes it nice for longer items, say a full-size truck or a mud truck, similar. Also, if you've got a skid steer with a bucket and then you've got a pallet forks or attachment or whatnot, rock hound, you can put that up on the front fixed deck. So it'd either be for attachments or longer items. Notice this particular unit's also got an integrated roller for a winch plate. Now, as I believe I mentioned earlier, this is a torsion suspension trailer. If you're not familiar with torsion, basically your suspension is contained within your axle tube. It was actually created a long time ago for the snowmobile industry, as I understand it. And basically the design is where the spring hanger, shackles, all your suspension components are contained within the axle tube. Also, it's a rubberized suspension, so you've got a shaft, basically a center shaft that rides on four rubber cords that would be in the outer parts of a square. So it's a rubberized independent suspension, similar to what would be on a Cadillac per se, as opposed to the spring suspension that normally be found on most trailers, kind of like a pickup truck. This is an 8-bolt wheel, 7,000 pound axle. It's a Dexter brand axle. It's got a 235/80 or 16 10-ply load range E tire on a black mod wheel. This is a drive-over fender. It's made out of a heavier duty, I believe 3/16 fender. It's got a center fender support. Also notice it's got a bracket front and rear for your light. One part I like about the load trail that they've added to this recently would be the rear banjo eyes, but then also more importantly, they've got the lights integrated into the back knife edge. Very smart idea. You got your center stop, your center markers, and then your left, right, stop, turn tails. Very sleek design. If you ever seen these trailers before, a lot of times you have a light bracket left, and then the center markers they got to punch in or stamp into the deck. Very nifty idea for a 102 deck. Very, very sleek tail for a 102. 102 creates problems as there is no room to create a side mount light. So I've seen some funky designs and variations, this here being one of the nicer ones. This is a 2x8 pressure treated deck. So again, with the 102 wide deck, this trailer is going to weigh a little bit more. Something like this is going to weigh in about 3,700 pounds. This is a 14,000 pound trailer. It's going to give you a net legal payload of about 10.3 on the trailer. Tongue weight's going to be another roughly 15% or 2,000 pounds. It's going to put your total payload up to about 12,000 on this particular trailer. It is available in a gooseneck, also available in 8K axles. This unit's very common in a 16+6 or a 16+4. Again, also stocked in gooseneck varieties. Generally in goosenecks we go a little bit longer, either a 16+6 or a 16+8. Different available options on this, but as seen here would be one of the more common configurations on the trailer. If you have any questions on this or any of our other trailers, feel free to give us a ring at 717-220-4220, or you can visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.